Attorney Rene, sir, magandang hapon.
Opo, opo.
Magandang
long time no
hapon,
see.
attorney. Oo.
Hi, attorney. Po sa inyong lahat. Magandang hapon po, and thank you for the honor of inviting me.
Sorry, medyo magulo kami, attorney.
Pasensya na, attorney.
Ay, okay lang po.
Ito kasi si Ed,
tinutulak ako kasi kami, attorney.
Ito kasi si Ed, pinapafile ako
ng buhay din eh.
Si Attorney Sarmiento, bahagi ng 87 na CONCOM, Constitutional Commission, na bumalangkas ng ating Constitution ngayon. So, we have him
from
here.
the horse's mouth.
Ang kapatid niyan, si Toto Sarmiento, dating inquirer.
Totoy po.
Totoy.
Hindi na siya mukhang Totoy. Okay. Sir, let me start with that. Kasi we're getting so many we've been getting so many opinions, legal opinions as well. Kung tama ba yung remanding o hindi ng Senado, balik sa Kongreso, ano po inyong punto? What is your point of view?
Ed, balikan po natin ang kasaysayan ng impeachment. Ito po ay galing po sa Estados Unidos, ang kasaysayan nito. So ito po ay nilagay po sa ating saligang batas. At ang purpose po ay political justice para po maging accountable yung public official. If you study po, Ed, yung proseso sa Clinton impeachment case, sa proseso po ng second Trump impeachment case, pagbaybayin po natin yung nangyayari po doon. In the Clinton case, may motion to dismiss na denied by a senator judge is pong Democrat. But it was denied. Binasa pa rin yung decision kung acquittal or conviction. Dito po sa second impeachment trial ni Trump, which is about insurrection. Ang word is incitement to insurrection. At the very beginning, there was a motion to dismiss filed by a Republican this time. Again, it was dismissed because ang sabi ng Senate Majority Floor Leader, si Mitch Mitchell, it has to proceed this impeachment proceeding. Ngayon, using this as historical perspective po, ito po nga nangyari po sa Estados Unidos, po pwede ba ang Senator Judge mag-file ng motion to dismiss? Mukhang po pwede po, mukhang po pwede. Ngayon, as a compromise, naging motion to remand, motion to return. Po pwede ba ito? Again, malaking question mark. Ngayon sa tingin ko po, using this historical narrative sa US na pinanggalingan ng ating impeachment, mukhang po pwede. But this is very unusual procedure. But ito ang naging decision ng Senado po by a vote of 18-5. Now, this is a political trial, this is political justice, an exception to judicial monopoly. But ganoon pa man, ang punto ko po rito, despite these motions, dapat ang guiding principle nila, the sacred constitutional command, is that word forthwith proceed. Ito po ay hindi matatagpuan po sa US Constitution.
Okay.
Mas mahaba po ang ating provision on impeachment kaysa sa kanila. So, while it is true na posible, though unusual, but still dapat the impeachment court has to proceed right away in resolving this case.
Okay. Attorney, if I may, I'm also reading po the statement of PhilConsa, Philippine Constitutional Association, specifically by former Chief Justice Renato Puno. He had several points po that he raised with regard to yung remanding. Sabi niya, baka the Senate is encroaching already on the House power by requiring a certification of compliance, which is actually a prerogative of the House, a sole prerogative of the House. Also, what he calls the circumlocutory delay, yung requiring a new rule not found in the Charter, thus delaying the process. Also, sabi niya, questions of due process and impartiality by raising possible defenses on behalf of the respondent, compromising thereby the impartiality of the judges. So, ang dami niya pong points raised na parang delikado at itong ginawa ng Senado.
Maganda po yung sinabi ni dating Chief Justice Renato Puno. That's why sinabi ko, very unusual procedure po ito. Kasi nga po, hindi pa nasubukan ang prosesong ito. So, although kung susuriin mo, ang hiningi, mere certification lang at any time. Pwede mag-issue ng certification para matuloy na But again, does this encroach sa power ng House of Representatives? Yan po isang big constitutional question, Ed. kasi never tested pa ho ito eh. Never tested ang issue ito. Remember po na ang impeachment is purely a political trial, a political justice. It is not a civil, a criminal, an administrative procedure, kundi political justice. So, ang nakita kong compromise sa dalawang nagbabanggaan na sitwasyon na ito, yung forfeit proceed, which has been my position ever since, at itong motion na nang ginagawa po ng Senado na pwedeng pagbataan yung nangyayari sa US Senate. So, para sa akin po, although painful on my part to admit, certify right away and then proceed.
Pero,
On the issue of one-year ban, kaya naman eh. Yung tungkol naman sa 20th Congress, pwedeng tumawid. Yung Clinton case, tumawid po eh.
Tumawid din.
pero attorney,
105 to 106 Congress, tumawid po eh.
pero attorney,
Opo.
meron kasing context eh.
Okay po.
After more than 4 months, tapos
Okay.
June 2, tapos yung June 2 ginawa mong 11, which is practically
Opo.
the last session day, parang yung remand, parang nagmumukhang sabotage. No? Dahil pag niremand mo, tapos papacertify mo, parang during the last 2 minutes. No? Iba kasi kung i-remand mo at saka ipapacertify mo during the last month. No? So, may ganong klaseng pinanggagalingan yung mga civil society na bumabanat dito. No? Na hindi lang siya legal. No?
Maganda po ang puntong yan. Kasi February 5, tapos June 2, mga 4 months na yan. Tapos na-reset to June 11. So kung tutusin, there is, 4 words ko po ang description, there is a delay. Talagang delayed na po eh. So, kaya nga po kung tutuusin itong motion to dismiss, motion to remand, lalo nagpapatagal. But again, if you raise a constitutional issue, dadalhin natin sa taas yan, it will take time. So, and remember that Senate is the sole power to try and decide. So they can raise many motions. Again, ang sinasabi ko lang po, may motion man, the guiding principle should be forthwith, proceed, the sacred constitutional command, dapat po susundin po.
Forthwith proceed.
Attorney, may isa pang tanong eh, kasi
Opo.
hindi nabasa yung yung articles of impeachment kahapon.
Presentation.
Pero ang sabi ni Senate Chief Escudero, dahil na-convict na naman daw yung korte, pwede na kahit hindi basahin, basta na-accept na nung korte, na-convict na-accept na nung pinadala sa kanila ng House, pwede na nilang ipadala yung summons doon sa respondent. Tama ba yung reasoning na yon?
Ito po ang position ko po dyan. Yung articles of impeachment, ito po ay pinadala noong February 5. Tapos kahapon, sila po ay sumumpa, na-convene po ang impeachment court, nagkaroon ng diskusyon, at kinahaponan, nag-issue ng writ of summons ang Senado. Pinapasagot si Sara Duterte. So, ibig sabihin, gumugulong na po ang impeachment process. Hindi pwede sabihin na hindi pa nag-umpisa na po ang ating impeachment process.
Yeah. So hindi kailangan basahin pa yung articles of impeachment. It's just a formality.
Yan po ay rule. A rule can be changed anytime. The fact na nasubmit na po yung articles of impeachment noong February 5, the fact na nag-consult na sila ng impeachment court, nag-issue ng writ of summons. So, ibig sabihin, tumatakbo na po ang proseso.
Sinabi ni Senate President kahapon, attorney, na pwedeng i-reject ng 20th Congress yung impeachment, yung sa usapin ng continuity. Sinabi niya yun klaro. Pwedeng tanggapin, pwedeng i-reject. Sa mga sinasabi kasi ng mga ibang mga legal luminaries na hindi pwedeng i-reject dahil as a trial court, as an impeachment court, kailangan tanggapin. So, hindi ba sineset ni Senate President Chis Escudero yung predicate? Parang sinasuggest niya na siya rin ay magiging bahagi ng 20th Congress at majority dito sa nag-remand will be part of the 20th Congress. Di ba sineset yung predicate for a rejection?
Medyo malungkot po ang comment ng ating Senate President na hindi natutulay tatawid na 20th Congress. Kasi napakalinaw po ng guidance ng ating Korte Suprema po dyan Babanggitan ko po, Pimentel versus Joint Committee of Congress. Ano pong sinasabi? Ang huminto, yung lawmaking. Hindi huminto, yung non-lawmaking, which is impeachment. And that case cited 7 cases of non-lawmaking na tuloy-tuloy po. Now, I will cite 2 cases. Historical po cases. The case of Bill Clinton, na-file 1998, nag-umpisa 1999, from 105 to 106 Congress. Sa case ni Judge John Pickerson, nag-umpisa 7 Congress, tumawid 8 Congress. Wala pong balakid po eh. At itong pinanggagalingan natin ng impeachment process, ang proseso po sa Estados Unidos. Kaya po yung sinasabi ng ating Senate President, ako po I humbly disagree with the statement of our Senate President.
Attorney, ako po, one more question with regard to dun sa yung second order ng Senado, the Senate Impeachment Court, na the 20th Congress has to give an assurance that it is interested in pursuing the impeachment trial in the next Congress. My question is, kasi pinasa na yan in-impeach na siya, pinasa na yan ng 19th Congress, and now you're requiring the 20th Congress to reaffirm its commitment to the trial. Does this not disregard the previous articles of impeachment already initiated and passed by the previous Congress?
That's why sinabi ko, very unusual po yung proseso po na pinagbotohan ng ating senador na 18-5, no? And continuing that certification, magsicertify ba ang 20th Congress na tuloy-tuloy sa ang 19th Congress na tuloy-tuloy sa 20th Congress? Very true, ito po ay very unusual procedure. But again, remember that impeachment is a political trial po eh. It's the Senate that has control, no? Ang ating gagawin is bantayan to check whether sila po ay according to the Constitution. But they had voted already 18-5 po.
Yes, sir.
If you raise that, naku, another delay naman po yan. So napakalinaw po ng guidance ng Supreme Court dyan, ng historical experience sa Estados Unidos. Ito po ay tatawid po eh, from the 19th to 20th Congress.
Opo. Given po yun. But yun nga, yung requiring the 20th Congress to give an assurance first that it will pursue. In other words,
hindi pa nagko-convince.
In other words, parang talagang binalik sa Congress para tapos sabi sa Congress na magkasundo muna kayo na itutuloy ba natin to o hindi. Pero nasa kanila na to begin with eh. It was already initiated and passed by the previous Congress eh. So parang back to square one. Parang back to the lower chamber.
That's very true po, no? Totoo po sa mga observation natin. Yan din po ang observation ko. But again, i-place natin sa context. Ibalik ba nila, tumuloy na po ang impeachment proceedings po eh. Sumumpa na, nag-top summons na, tapos na-convene na, nagka-diskusyon na ang mga senador. Nandiyan na po yung impeachment po eh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, strictly speaking, Ed, kung tutusin, talagang unusual yon. Pero nandiyan na po yan eh. Nandiyan na po. They have voted 18-5 eh.
Yes, sir.
Natalo po yung 5 eh. So, simply issue certification. After all, they have the majority in the House. We certify, yes. The 20th Congress will agree to the continuation of the impeachment proceeding. I say continuation dahil nag-umpisa na po eh ang laro po sa basketball court.
Pero more to my point po, what if the 20th Congress, kasi nga nagbago yung political climate eh. And maraming nanalo ng mga pro-Duterte in the last elections. Paano kung ang 20th Congress refuses to give a guarantee that it will pursue the impeachment? What happens then to the impeachment articles passed by the 19th?
Yeah, that is a big constitutional question, Ed. Problema po yan. In that case, kung sa tingin natin may grave abuse of discretion dyan ng ating Senado, kasi pwede sabihin natin whimsical, despotic, arrogant, etc., then bubukas po ang Korte Suprema to entertain that petition.
Okay, that's a big question.
Pwede bang tumanggi?
Paano ko tumanggi 20th Congress?
Attorney, yung Senate sa 20th Congress, can they refuse to try? Kasi tuloy-tuloy na yan eh. Meron nga ng summons dun sa respondent. You gave her 10 days. I guess that's working days, no? 2 weeks. Para sumagot. So, sasampa na talaga siya sa July eh. Magko-convene ng end of July pa yung 20th Congress. Paano ko yung pumasok na 20th Congress, Senate, sabihin ayaw namin mag-try? Can they do that?
Well, that is their option po, yung you can deny. But to me, it's a big constitutional issue. Kasi nga po malinaw po ang Korte Suprema, malinaw po ang ating historical narratives po dyan. Kung tatanggi po sila, talagang to me that will be whimsical and capricious. And it will open the floodgates to petitions sa Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has to come in on this issue. At pangalawa po, kailangan po na bantayan ng ating taong bayan ang issue ito. This has a political dimension. Napakahalaga po kasi political trial po Ibig sabihin, mga senador at taong bayan involved sa proseso ito. I think that's the only way as a check and balance.
Pero capricious lang ba siya, attorney, or unconstitutional? Yung pag-reject possible na pag-reject ng 20th Congress.
Pag sinabing whimsical, pag sinabing capricious, pag sinabing arbitrary, ibig sabihin po yan ay constitutional issue, constitutional issue. So therefore, the Supreme Court has no choice but to admit the case and subject to deliberations. In the meantime, the people has to come in. Tutulungan po natin kung ano po ang sa tingin natin tama sa impeachment case na ito.
Okay.
Attorney, kahit sino pwedeng mag-file niyan sa Supreme Court.
Pwede po. Ang nakalagay po sa ating batas at sa Court Suprema, any taxpayer na may interest po sa kaso, lahat po may interest po taxpayer po sila So any taxpayer suit, pwede po mag-file, taxpayer pwede po mag-file ng kaso po sa Korte Suprema.
Si Manny Mugato, hindi pwede. Hindi nagbabayad ng tax yun.
Hindi, tsaka baka tulog. Joke lang yan. Attorney, one more. Kagabi po, the House of Representatives passed a resolution 2346, certifying that the articles of impeachment that they passed met constitutional standards. It's constitutional daw. Does that already, from your perspective, already answer the first order ng Senado? O ng Senate impeachment?
Yes, sir. Yan po, isinagot na po ng ating mababang kapulungan that addresses the first issue.
Okay. So yung number 2 na lang. Yung
number 2 na lang.
Ang problema, attorney, masasagot ba yun ng 19th Congress yung tanong directed to the 20th? Apektado yung 20th Congress Can the 19th Congress speak for the 20th? Yung pangalawang question.
Congress, can they
the second order. The second order.
Paliwanag mo kung yung second.
Well, ang composition po ng House ngayon, I think they still have the majority yung favor sa impeachment.
Yeah.
So, they can certify na based on magbutuhan po sila. That's the only way. Magbutuhan po sila. And I think if they have spoken, malinaw po na 20th Congress, issue that certification for the Senate to receive. Yan po nakikita ko.
Para mapabilis lang,
Opo.
Para mapabilis.
Mapabilis po ang proseso natin kasi nga sa akin po, nandun yung forthwith proceed po And then, at the same time, may forthwith proceed, political trial po So, political numbers game po ito. Kaya po, napakahalagang magmatsyag po ang taong bayan sa proseso po ito.
For the benefit of our viewers, yung second order that we're referring to, ito yung utos ng Senate Impeachment Court na gusto niya ng assurance na ipupursu ng 20th Congress ang impeachment trial.
Yes.
Pero paglilinaw lamang po, ang hinihingi ba ng second order ng Senate Impeachment Court is an assurance from the 20th Congress or an assurance from the 19th Congress?
From the
20th
19th.
Congress. Kasi po, ang reading ng iba is an assurance from the 20th Congress that it will pursue. May ganung interpretation ng iba So, kanino assurance hinihingi?
Medyo premature na the 20th Congress.
Yes, from the 19th.
Certification or assurance. Wala pang 20th Congress po, Eden. 19th Congress pa lang po tayo
Oo nga po.
So, ang dapat po, sa tingin ko po, dapat po mag-certify itong present Congress. Ito ba ay tatawid sa 20th Congress? Again, numbers game. May bilang po sila to certify po natatawid po
No, that's why I was asking the question kasi baka po but again I'm not sure. Baka ang ibig nila sabihin is hintayin natin ang 20th Congress mag-convene at saka sila magsa-certify, which is July 28.
Well, that's a possible interpretation na hintayin ang 20th Congress. But even without waiting for the 20th Congress, United Congress can already speak on the basis of numbers and those who favor the articles of impeachment.
Pero niremand nila sa 19 Congress.
Okay.
Kaya hindi,
Komplikado.
very clear yun. Yung pag-remand ay sa 19 Congress.
Pero kasi, if I remember the wording, an assurance by the 20th Congress parang ganun ang wording ng motion so that's why I was wondering what it exactly meant
Yeah, honestly, hindi ko matandaan yung exact wording din kung anong nakalagay doon.
Kaya parang
But
akala ko baka suspend lang yung
balino
natin.
naman sa Kongreso, sa Senado, and considering the immediacy, urgency ng kasong ito. Kung hihintayin yon, napakatagal yon. Dadagdag po sa dinig po. I don't think yan po yung kanilang idea, but the certification from the present 19th Congress.
Okay. Attorney, last question po. Ito po kasing medyo, I don't know if this is unusual from your end, pero basically, naglabas ng summons ng Senado to the Vice President to respond to the articles of impeachment. The same articles of impeachment that it has remanded to the lower chamber. I'm wondering how that works kasi you're asking a respondent to respond to articles that you also returned to sender. How does that work?
Maganda po ang tanong mo. Medyo na-complicate po But to me, very leading po ito. No? From the positive angle po, very leading. The fact na nag-issue ng writ of summons to answer these 7 articles of impeachment, the fact na sila ay sumumpa, the fact na sila ay nagtoga, except for a few. But these are indicators na talagang itutuloy po ang articles ng impeachment nito against Sara Duterte.
So hindi siya Lazada. Hindi siya return to sender. No? Sa Lazada kasi pwede yun, tsaka sa Shopee. No?
Parang pinapatamaan mo yung barong ko,
Ang sagot ng House, no return, no exchange.
Okay, may paano po.
Panghuli, attorney, sinasabi kasi nila, constitutional body sila pareho At malinaw yung kanilang role. Yung isa is to impeach, yung isa is to convict at saka acquit. Parang it's nowhere, kung sakaling merong question sa infirmities ng impeachment, yung Supreme Court lang ang pwedeng magtanong doon. Not the Senate.
Not the Senate, but the Supreme Court. Dahil co-equal body po ito
Yes.
Ito impeaching body, meaning filing the charges, isa trying. Na kung may banggaan po ito, ang dalawang itong co-equal body, the House, the upper house and the lower house, ang talang final arbiter on a constitutional issue is our Supreme Court.
Pero attorney, ang sabi rin ni SP Chis Escudero, hindi sila co-equal body at this point because one is the impeachment court, the other one is the prosecutor. How do we interpret that po?
They can order the lower house.
Sorry for complicating things, pero how
mag-comply
should
na
we
lang
interpret
daw,
that?
sabi niya, mag-comply na lang kayo kasi inutusan namin kayo.
Well, again, I beg to disagree with the Senate President. Walang court, walang impeachment na ginawa po ang House. Yan po ay bali na sa Constitution po May kanya-kanyang papel ang dalawang bodies na ito. Hindi lang po ang impeachment court. May papel po ang House. That's why po sa hearing, sila po yung prosecutors po Judges po yung Senate. So to me, in fairness to everyone, when this was crafted as a constitution with the two houses, co-equal po ang tingin po namin Walang mas superior kaysa sa isa. As a matter of fact, nanalo po ang bicameral sa CONCON of 86. May only one vote. Isang boto lang po Kung yung isang boto nagbago po yun, what we have is a unicameral form of government. Not a bicameral. Isang boto lang po. Kaya nanalo po ang Senado po.
Kaninong boto yun?
May nagbago po sa hindi ko po malaala po kung sino po ang nag-isip. So, isang boto lang po at natalo po. Kaya one vote makes a majority po Napakaraming isang boto po.
Okay, sir. Attorney Rene Sarmiento from the 1987 Constitutional Commission. Sir, maraming salamat for joining us this afternoon.
Attorney. Happy
Thank
Independence
to have you again.
Happy Independence Day. Happy Independence Day.
Happy Day and God bless po sa inyong tatlo.
Ingat po parati.
Thank you po.